Hello, and welcome to an offshoot of an offshoot. So this is just some of the background behind the scenes stuff that I did, but I really liked this house, so I'm very glad I recorded it. This is so it won't be counting towards any of my simming hours. Oh, hi, I'm Lauren Brenai, and I have a 400-hour simming goal, and I use renovations and challenges to help me achieve that goal. This will not count towards that. This is just something I did because I'm addicted to renovating houses in real life and in The Sims. And I finally bought the icebreaker starter pack from, what is it called? This is from Best Self is the cards. I got it from another YouTuber, Farron and To Hear More. They're one of my favorite podcasters at the current moment. So I just figured I'd use these because it's going to be about it's about 2 or 3 more videos that don't count towards simming and the 400 hours, but I did renovate this house because I am continuing my aspirational series. In the last place we left off, we were going to go visit Bao to see his new babe that he adopted. So the next episode you'll see for the aspirational series will be all of them together, hopefully, because Lord knows as soon as I exit out The Sims, they do what they want. So I don't know where they'll be when we start, if I'm honest. With this particular video, this is focusing on the babe's room. I randomly decided that the babe liked blue anything, so that included space and the ocean, and I try to focus on making her particular room blue. I also went about this house. Oh crap, there's a whole nother video that I haven't even considered, the exterior video. Anyway. This will be a bunch of rambling on, so feel free to just play it in the background while the tunes play underneath my soft jazz voice that I'm not wearing today. So with this, I thought about Bob being a very handy sim. So I don't know why I don't call him Bao, but anyway, Bao being a very handy sim, and it would be more modern kind of lumberjack. I've never built or designed a house with a male sim in mind. So this was very fun for me to try and push outside of my comfort zone. So I kept with the lumberjack, but modern lumberjack theme in my head. I did not at all look up any references. I just went with feels. That's why the outside of the house is all black. It gives me a very like dark and mysterious kind of, not rustic, but yeah, it's a rustic kind of home. It is the original house that is in Brindleton Bay that I completely just renovated. What the problem ended up being last episode, which I'll probably mention in the actual series, is that something's going on with Del Sol Valley, and it was glitching. Anyway, we could not go to Bao's house because of whatever was going on in Del Sol Valley, so we are here. But again, this is the toddler that Bao adopted. It's her room. She loves blue. That's what this is going for. This, I think, took me the longest to do, was this room, because it just frustrated me so much because the blues didn't match. It was a lot going on. It's still not my favorite room in the house. The rest of the house I feel like is A++, and this is more like a B+. Even though it does come together, I feel like it's not my best work. But anyway, I want to let you guys watch the actual renovation, and I guess I'm going to pick, so how these Best Self Icebreaker Starter Pack cards work. They're the Icebreaker Starter Pack, so they're supposed to be something that you could do with all of your homies, not even your homies, but like coworkers, or they're safe for that kind of experience. But they do have 6 categories. There's life, random, deep, experiences, if you could, and would you rather. So for this video, I guess I'll start with the first one, which is life, and I'll pick a random card. How many cards is in here? Oh, it's 150 cards. There are 150 cards spread amongst 6 categories, and they're color coordinated and things. You can't see them, but just listen to my voice and trust that they're color coordinated. So life is gray, and I guess I'm gonna pull one from life, and I'll chit chat about the life one that is green. This is harder when it's coming out of a box and they all look the same color. That's light blue. That's green. This is gray. All right, I guess it'll be the middle one here. Never seen any of these, and anything that would possibly get me kidnapped in the future shall not be on here. But life, my question was, what was your first job? I could be philosophical or I could be literal. My first job, what was my first job? I have worked since the age of 16 or younger. So I will say my first job for real was it selling candy? I used to be the candy seller in school. So I like to have all the good snacks and all the drinks and stuff like that. Would that be my first job? I'm going to say that it was, because I had to pay attention to what everyone needed or liked, you know, what was the what were the trends for snacks, and so I sold, what was it, chips, candy. We used to do this thing when we were younger where we would put Kool-Aid in a bag and then put sugar in the bag with the Kool-Aid. Some people will put Kool-Aid with other things, but culturally where I'm from, we put Kool-Aid, sugar in a bag. You shake it up real good and you just dip your fingers in it and you eat out of it all day. Talk about the most delicious experience ever. Which is completely off topic about what my first job was. But my first job, or my first way of making money for sure, was selling candy and chips and things like that during class, in between classes. I was in middle school when I started doing and it started because I wanted to have a skate party. So my mom said, well, if I raise the money for the skate party, and then I could have a skate party. So I did, and it was fun. But my first official adult job, I was a executive assistant, or what did she call me? Because what you write on your resume to get the next job versus what you actually did are always two different things until you get to a certain age. But I was an esthetician's assistant. So I just, checked people in, did all the secretarial things, made appointments, opened up this place. And it was an interesting experience to actually have to be responsible for a business at the age of 16. But it was a pretty cool experience. It was its own controversial kind of thing too, because working for family friends, people cross boundaries they shouldn't. But that's a story for another day. All positive vibes. It let me know very early in my life that I had no intention of working a 9-to-5 and no intention of actually wanting to be somebody's secretary. Like, I'm very good at receiving information and translating that information and getting things done properly, and I could do the 9-to-5 thing and I could be excellent at it, but my brain would just rather not be bored all day. I need something exciting. I need something that is changing and things like that. So in the comments, what was your first job? And remember to keep your privacy and your safety in mind. People are wild out here in these internet streets. So keep it general, but keep it pleasant. I can say my worst job ever. They didn't ask that, but I'm going to add that to the conversation. My worst job ever was working at a cupcake factory. I don't know what I thought the job was going to be. It was a choice. And the way that sugar can manifest itself into being the most unfortunate thing you smell every day. It's something about smelling sweetness I don't say 24/7. I wasn't at the job 24/7. But smelling sweets and bread 8 hours a day, 4 or 5 days a week, really does something to your mind. It really does something to your senses and taste buds. You don't want sweet things while working at a cupcake factory. And then you have to be inhumanly fast, icing and placing and how you place them in there. It was a wild experience. I've had a lot of odd jobs. Let's see, what's another odd job that I've had? Again, cupcake factory is the worst. What's another odd job that I had no business doing, but I was doing it anyway? I was always a teacher type of person, so I've always done that, but that's not really an odd job. What are odd jobs? I used to have a long list of. Oh, I worked at one of those shops in the mall where you could come and get like I think it was called picture photos or something like that. But it's one of those places in the mall where you bring your kids, you bring your family, you come and you pose and you take pictures with different backdrops, and they give you like offer these like picture packages where you can get 2 8x10s, 10 5x7s. Ooh, and then this one you can get a little graphic on, or you get 3 poses. Like, I did that. I was in sales doing that. I enjoyed the photo taking part. I enjoyed, like, I learned how to frame people. I got to meet some interesting characters. But the upselling part, the trying to force packages on people, the trying to meet the like sales quota for that kind of job taught me very early. I am not into sales. If I've got to tell you why you need to buy it, then you don't need to buy it. Like, if you didn't come in here because you wanted something, babes, it's not me. I'm not gonna convince you to do nothing. You came in here for what you wanted. You didn't? Okay, then I'll take good pictures and you could choose which ones you like. So my goal was always to choose the proper picture, not proper picture, but try to be creative, because people tended to like the more creative, more, fun things. But they don't do that anymore. I think all of those photo studios are definitely, unless, I guess it was similar to glamour shots, which I never, I used to go to those all the time. I think that was the thing back in the day. Those glamour shot photos were some of my favorite pastimes. If I'm honest, it was cool to have your own like mini photo shoots. But I think the way that people do it now, like, you have to know like a professional photographer, or I wonder if they still have those in the mall. Let me know in the comments if do people even go to malls anymore? I mean, I feel like everything's online. You could take pictures at home. The phones are good enough now. You just send them off to like Walmart or somewhere to get printed. So I'm not sure. But so this clip is after I've renovated downstairs some of Bao's bathroom, and I'm just recapitulating is a word I like, but I do not think that's the proper word. But just reorganizing, resituating things in the room. We know rugs always work my nerves, and I think that I'm gonna have to just make me my own CC rugs. However, I figure out how to do that. But yeah, so this probably shouldn't have started with the least favorite room in the house, but I think it came together. It came together in the end. It's only going to be used for like 30 seconds in the episode that this house is featured in, but I do like the house enough to post it to the gallery. So if you like the house, feel free to grab it off the gallery. There is a bunch of CC. I hope that you've enjoyed listening to me. I've been Lauren Brenai. Eat you some food, drink you some water, and may love and light guide you, as it always should. Bye.